Welcome to Art School Live. I am Eric Rhodes, and we are here every day at 12 noon lunchtime in the East. And while you're eating your lunch, you can learn a little bit about art. Today, you're going to learn about how to paint, drum roll please, fur. Now, why would you ever want to paint fur? Well, if you do animals, you want to paint fur. If you do cats and dogs and lions and tigers and oh my. And, if you're doing people in furry hats, anyway, fur is actually something that comes in quite handy because you can do fir trees. Okay, bad joke. Anyway, today our guest is going to be Johanne Mangi, and she is probably the premier dog and animal portrait painter around today. She just does incredible work. And I think that's Sam the Wonder Dog. I think that's Allie's dog, Sam, but it looks a little like him anyway. This is our dog, our deceased dog. That's Tucker, and Johanne did that. That's hanging on the wall in our home. And it's so nice having a dog portrait hanging on, and we have so many more dogs now. She's done portraits of our other two dogs. This is another one of her dogs, probably. And then this one was a major prize winner, and I think she'll tell us all about that in a second. So we'll see that. Now, we have a winner of yesterday's prize, and that is my book, Make More Money Selling Your Art. And the winner is going to be Susan Malone in Illinois. Susan, you're about to sell more art than you ever dreamed possible. If you leave comments today, the prize is going to be your very own digital subscription to Plein Air Magazine, which is the #1 selling art magazine in America at Barnes & Noble. And you can have your very own subscription. So the way to do that is to leave comments throughout the broadcast and throughout the replays. If you're watching the replay, leave comments. All right, you guys ready to get this thing rolling? Let's go.
It's Art School Live with Eric Rhodes. Now, here's your host, Eric Rhodes.
Well, if you saw the little boat in there, that's my painting boat, and I'm really excited because I now have a new painting boat. I lost that one. It's a long story, but I'm going to be posting some pictures on my Instagram account of the new painting boat and me out painting in the boat and how I do it. If you want to follow me on YouTube by putting in Streamline Art, and also hit the notification button, and go to Instagram and put @Eric Rhodes in there, and you'll find me there and follow me there. That would be really terrific. I want to tell you guys also that you can get a free video from us. It's called 97 Incredible Art Secrets. Now, this is a brand new video that we've just released. We used to have another one with 97 in the title. This is about 5 hours of art instruction video. And as you know, we do Hollywood quality in our video. We go to great lengths to make our stuff stand out. And this is 50 of our top artists. We have over 300 artists and, many, close to 1,000 videos. Anyway, if you go to 97tips.com, you get this for free, either in digital form or in the DVD form if you're a DVD person. So just go there. The DVD, I think you got to pay the shipping, but the digital you get for free completely. And so go to 97tips.com and get yours. Now we have our guest, Johanne Mangi. Hey, Johanne, welcome to Art School Live. Are you there? I'm not hearing you. Let me see. Maybe you're muted. No. Let's try that again. Okay. Let's try it now. Are you working? Is it working? Johanne is actually going to do mime today. It's not working. You know what happened is you plugged in your headphones and it muted your microphone. So take your headphones out and disconnect them. That's good. Now you've got to, I'll tell you what, you go on and I'm going to take you off camera for a second. You go ahead and get that under control, and we will be right back with that. I want to mention to you that Johanne has done some incredible videos with us. This one is called The Fine Art of Dog Portraits. And that one is Sam the Wonder Dog, which is Allie's dog. And as you can imagine, she gets this real sensitivity, captures their personality, and she teaches you how to do that. She also teaches how to do a horse in this, the fine art of horse portraits. And of course, there's more to come with Johanne. There's always more to come with Johanne. Want to mention to you guys that the Plein Air podcast is out now. I took a break for a couple of months. I normally don't do that, but had a death in the family and a lot of stuff related to that. So as a result, I stopped, but I'm back. And the first podcast returning is with C.W. Mundy. And we did the principles of painting and something that everybody needs to know about painting. So go to the Plein Air podcast. You can find it at outdoorpainter.com or wherever you get your podcasts. And now let's go back to Joanne. Hey, Joanne. It's not working. Oh, no. So here's what's happening. I assume you're using, she might not be able to hear me. Well, we'll hope she figures it out and we'll get her back in a second. Let's see, what else should I talk about? Well, tomorrow we're going to have Susan Nicholas Gebhardt is going to be on the show, and she's going to be doing pastels. She's on our event Pastel Live. And let me just, as we're stalling for Joanne, let's just go ahead and play this promo for you.
Have you ever wanted to learn to paint in pastel but don't think you have the talent? Most master artists will tell you that painting is a skill anyone can learn. If you follow a process, you too can paint beautiful artwork. You could spend $3,000 or more to attend a live workshop or convention. Or you can learn from the world's finest for a fraction of the cost at Pastel Live, the world's first virtual online art conference devoted to pastels. 3 days of world-class artists demonstrating in portraiture, landscapes, still life, the human figure, cityscapes, color mixing, and more. Get to know other artists and instructors personally through our breakout sessions. And we'll even paint and draw together at the end of each day in the safety of your own home. Make new friends in our breakout sessions. Paint with hundreds of others. Get private access to our exclusive members group to become part of our community and learn to take your artwork to a higher level. Pastel Live is 3 full days of pastel instruction from the world's best, August 19th through the 21st. And for people who want to learn painting from scratch, start with our Beginner's Day on August 18th. Soon you'll be painting faces, people, flowers, scenery, objects, and other subjects. You'll see your artwork improve faster as you learn from top artists and instructors from all over the world. Sign up today and join the world as we learn art together from these amazing artists. Peter Adams, Marla Baguetta, Stephanie Birdsall, Terry Ford, Albert Hendel, Barbara Janicki, Kim Lordier, Kung Win, William A. Schneider, Aaron Schur, Jill Stephanie Wagner, Tara Will, Tony Allain, Deborah Stewart, Desmond O'Hagan, Lana Ballett, Gwyneth Barth White, and many more to be announced. Why not use this time to learn a new skill so you can amaze your friends and family with your paintings? Pastel Live from the publishers of Plein Air Magazine. Sign up before August 15th and save up to $300 off the retail price.
So this is how we stall around here. We play a promo and so until Joanne gets her audio to work. Joanne, is it working? It's not working. Okay, so there's something in your, I assume you're on your phone. Yes, you're on your phone. So what I'd like you to do is to either turn off your headphone connection. You're mumbling and I can't hear you. Turn off your headphone connection and or reboot your phone. And then as soon as you come back on, I'll put you on again. So I just want to kind of talk. I was telling you guys a little bit about the boat, and I used to paint by boat. When I launched Plein Air Magazine, I had a picture of me painting by boat. I'm here in the Adirondacks for the summertime, and I go out by boat and paint because there's areas you can't get to otherwise that have these beautiful vistas. I have one in particular. It's one of my favorite. I painted there dozens and dozens of times. I have this little wooden boat, and it has a little electric motor on it. So it's not a Tesla. Wouldn't that be nice, right? So, but it's a little electric motor. It's very quiet, so you can get up real close to the loons. And the loons, you can take pictures of them, which is nice. And let's see. Anyway, I paint by boat. And so I just got a new one. The one that I had, unfortunately, went to someone else when my dad passed away, which is okay. That's a good thing for them. And a neighbor is moving out and selling theirs. So I bought his from him. Anyway, here's Joanne again. Let's see if it's working this time. Okay. Make some noise. Make some noise. Okay. So I'll tell you what we're going to have to do. Did you reboot your phone? Yes or no? Okay. Turn your phone off, completely reboot it, and start over, and let's see if that works. And I apologize, Joanne. I'm sorry you're having to go through that. I'm checking on our end. Wait, let me see if there's anything I can do on my end here. Let's see here. Bear with me, guys. I apologize. Well, she's all right. So anyway, so I paint by boat, and it's really wonderful, except for the fact that there are waves. I throw a little anchor out, and that's been pretty wonderful because I can sit there. But you know, when the water skiers go by, all of a sudden my lines get pretty squiggly, and that's pretty weird. I want to check in with the comments and say hello to Linda Marie Crab is in Italy, and Gerda Luxwolde is in the Netherlands, I believe The Hague. Let's see, Susan Nicholas Gebhardt is on, and Susan is going to be on tomorrow on the show doing some pastels. Let's see who else we have here. What's going on in the comments? You guys need to bail me out here because I have to stall, and I'm not used to having to stall. But hello from Connecticut, and that's Andreas. So Dennis Marshall's on. We got people from all over the world. We haven't lost too much audience in spite of the fact that I'm mumbling along, just trying to fill in time. Takes a little time for Joanne to reboot her phone. Let's see if this works. Okay.
Okay.
Whoa!
Oh my God.
You know, that's the problem. At the last minute, it's my fault. At the last minute, I said to Joanne, because we were getting a little tiny feedback, I said to plug in her headphones. And the headphones, I forgot to mention that the headphones don't work with the microphone. So anyway, my fault, Joanne. Thank you. And you guys, thumbs up and applause to Joanne for going through all that stress.
Aren't you glad we know how to tap dance?
Well, you know, I spent a whole career in the radio industry, and you know, once in a while something would go wrong and you'd have to figure out how to ad lib, and it's not always easy. But I am excited about
ad-lib all the time.
I know you do. You know, Joanne and I are very good friends, and we sat up last night texting each other and back and forth, and we do that a lot. And I think Dick thinks something's going on, but there's not, I guarantee you. Anyway, Joanne, you're going to tell us about what you're going to do today.
Well, we took a poll, and the majority won, and they wanted to know how to do fur. So the interesting thing is one of our listeners from Holland, Jeff Eichhoff, happened to send a photo, and I thought it was perfect for this because so you'll be able to see it when we it's what?
Yes, when we do it, we'll be able to see it when we do it.
So so anyway, hopefully I can do it. I just have to know more than everybody else, right?
Yeah. Well, if you don't look good, you're going to ruin your reputation, and we don't want to do that.
No.
Okay. Well, why don't you go ahead and go ahead and switch your camera? I'm just going to pull you off for another second, and you go ahead and switch your camera. We'll get started because we're running a little late. And I want to tell you guys that the plein air convention is going to happen this year. We are, well, not this year, but early next year in May. We're very excited about that because it has been canceled twice. We were originally going to Denver. That got canceled. Then we rescheduled for later in the year into Santa Fe, and then that got canceled. And so we couldn't get Denver for 22, but we have Denver for 23, but we have Santa Fe for 22. So we're going to be gathering in May. And I will tell you that based on what I experienced at the Publishers Invitational, we had a lot of people came, and a lot of people were very, very confident because of their vaccinations. And so the plein air convention, we think, will happen in May, and heaven forbid, unless there's another something go on. And I think what I'm hearing from people is everybody says, well, I'm going to go. And I said, well, have you signed up yet? And they're like, no, there's plenty of time. I said, no, we were sold out before. We have a limit on the number of seats, which is, I think, about 1,200. And we're already at 600 or 700 people who hung on, and others who said they're going to book again. So if you're thinking about going to the plein air convention, know you have 100% refund. If something happens, we have to cancel again. But if you want to get that plein air convention seat, you should do that. It's going to be painting around the Colorado or the Santa Fe area, the Santa Fe mountains. It's going to be spectacular. Our first time in Santa Fe was spectacular. Great facility, and we're all going to be together and having fun again. So that'll be fun. All right, now we got Joanne, and she's got her camera up. So Joanne, tell us about what you're going to do here.
Okay, so as I mentioned, somebody sent me a photo, and once they said they wanted to do fur, and I go, okay, well, fur, but what kind of fur? So I picked something that people find very challenging. Me included, but and it's not necessarily about the curls, but that it's the layers, and the curls confuse everybody, for one, and they don't seem to. They just make a mishmash of everything. So I'm going to show you how you really can get somewhere with this. Now, last night I took about a half hour and I put basics in, and I used one color. It's transparent oxide brown. And then I wiped out so I could get a little form so I know where I'm going. I stuck a couple of eyes in and the nose, because it helps if you see it in context of what I'm going to do. So I have this as a base. It's pretty mid-tone. So I'm going to go back in, throw some darks in, and then I'll throw how I'll do the lights. So for me, what I would do, and then I can make it look that color of that dog, even though, I just picked something that was warm underneath.
And why do you want something warm underneath?
Well, because that's how I saw it, because the light to me would be cool. So, you need that warm, cool play. And I don't spend a lot of time thinking about that. I visually can tell when something's not right. So, because I just do it. I don't agonize over it. I just put something down. And that's what I try and teach people, is that you can't change it if you don't put it down. So, so in here, I'm just going to assume that, we have this eye socket, right? And I'm still using transparent oxide brown. And so this side would really be the shadow side, more or less. It's the shadow side.
Why don't you move your camera over so you can show a little bit more of the right side of your canvas, because you got
you're
a
not.
big,
wait a minute. Okay, how's that?
There we go. Good,
Okay.
good.
Okay, good. Okay. Yeah, because apparently it shows differently. What I have,
Okay.
what I'm looking at is like a little different. Okay, so, and I'm just trying to do this as quick as possible. So if I'm not being super careful, it doesn't really matter. It's just, I have to have something to work with. And these are fun, it's if you look at it as fun, and and the other thing is, I wasn't being too careful about the drawing, but I used the paper towel to create my drawing, and to give me a little map. of and I don't start everything this way, but I like to teach people to do it this way because it gets them right away into a painting, and they feel like they're already getting somewhere.
So is that brown fairly dry underneath?
Yeah, I did it last night. And normally I wouldn't wait. I would just go back in. And then I just did this to speed things up.
Yeah, of course.
If I had,
Yeah, we don't have time to do a whole portrait.
Right. Well, if I had time, I would have even just shown them how to do how to put that under thing in. But we don't have that kind of time.
Well,
So,
that's
all
what
right.
that's what your video is for, if they want to learn how to do that.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, so
I think everybody should post pictures of their dogs.
yeah.
But don't do it while you're watching her. It'll distract.
I won't be looking. All right, now what I'm going to do is well, I'm going to put a little just stick a little blue in there for whatever reason.
Just for whatever reason.
Yeah, like these are you have to take chances. That's I that's why sometimes my paintings they can look fresh, and they're fresh because I've probably taken some chances. And it's just, I always tell everybody, it's just paint, and you can manipulate paint. So I just want to get a little more of this in, and then I'm going to do some top coat here.
All right. Well, I'm very curious about this.
You are?
Because that looks like a Portuguese water dog, and it looks just like my former dog Pooter, who I painted, and I had a hard time with all that.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
That's because I'll tell you why. And I'm not really doing this, but normally I would. So I'm still going to use transparent oxide.
Can you finish a sentence, please?
Yeah.
Normally you would what?
Well, I'm going to tell you. So if you just be quiet a second, Eric, I'll tell you.
We're like an old married couple.
Yeah. So I would do like a little more flat color. So like right now I'm putting in I'm just putting in something over here, but I want it to be more flat patches, because then I'll go over those. Let's put a little yellow ochre and white and a teeny bit of transparent oxide brown over here. And this is a Naples yellow light, which I like a lot. So maybe I'll stick to over here, because how much time do I have? Tell me.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, geez.
We'll cut you off when the time comes.
No, I don't want to be cut off. I want to know, because then I'll.
All right, you got 1 minute.
Because
because we lost about 7 or 8 minutes. I'm going to give you. I'll just go ahead and give you till the top of the hour.
Wow.
So you got roughly 35 minutes.
Oh, I have that much time? I can slow down.
No, well, you don't. If you don't need that much time, we don't want to take everybody's time. People got to eat their lunch.
No, people love me. Didn't you know that?
I do. I know that. I that's how I feel.
And you missed me. You
finally
realized that you missed me.
Yep.
Yeah. Took you long enough.
Yeah. It took a worldwide pandemic to realize that I missed you.
Yeah, there you go.
And
Okay,
everybody else. I missed everybody.
So now, but you missed me more.
Yes, that's right.
All right, so now I took some Terra Rosa into the transparent oxide brown and added a little
in Joanne's video, we actually show her palette. We can't do that here from her cell phone, but,
you're not able to do that. Okay.
and we would normally zoom in on these things so you could really see those brush
Okay,
strokes.
so here's what I'm going to do so that we can get cut to the chase, and then I'll back up and do some other stuff. Okay, so here's light here, right? So yeah. I'm going to take some paint. Let's say I use Naples yellow light, and I'm just going to put that on top.
Oh, that's brave.
It's all about paint handling. And then, see, it may not look like anything, but then I'll go back in. Let's get a little more color in here.
If you guys are enjoying this, give Joanne a thumbs up, an applause, a smiley face, something. And I would encourage you, if you have the ability, to share this so that other people can see it. Then they can learn how to paint fur.
So
you're speechless. That's unusual.
Me? No, I'm thinking. Okay.
Well, usually you talk and paint.
Well, I do, but
so let me ask you a question.
I have a little bit of more time. What?
I was joking.
Okay, what?
You have a group of people who come to your studio and you paint weekly.
Wow.
Somebody asked me a question the other day about protocols of painting in groups, and
don't annoy anybody.
Yeah, the question came up because we were at a painting event, and one painter just kept talking the whole time for hours, and everybody's like wanting to throw him off the.
Oh, don't come to my studio.
Yeah, so everybody has to kind of.
Yeah.
You got what? So what's the rule on that? Just
okay, so here's the rule: when we paint with Putney painters, they don't like to talk. So what we do is we have a kind of we work, and then we take a break, and then it's all chatter. But in my studio, we kind of have we mesh, like so. We talk and work. So there's at points that everybody kind of gets into what they're doing, and then they don't talk. But we don't have a problem with talking, and we don't have a problem with saying, okay, we need to shut up right now. So
I'd be curious if people put in the comments how they handle that. In my my Wednesday night group, it's usually the same few people, and we're all very tight knit, and so we have kind of an ongoing thread, but it's the same thing. There are moments when nobody will say anything for 20 minutes, and then all of a sudden somebody will say something, and then there are moments when when we'll chat away. We take breaks and we sit out on the porch and catch up. That's when we do it most.
So here's the important thing. The important thing is what I have found. The most important thing in the groups is the dynamics. So the problem is when you don't have the right dynamics. And so when I started my group, I was very careful who was in the group. And
right. You invited the right people.
Yeah, and and sometimes that takes a little doing
Uh-huh.
of adjusting. Sometimes
Well, sometimes what happens is somebody will bring somebody along, and we love that. But, once in a while, somebody will just start yakking away, and
well,
usually
because they don't
somebody,
know. They don't
yeah,
know.
usually
They don't.
somebody will say something, and they'll be nice about it, but they'll say, "Hey, by the way, um, shut up. No negative talk. No drama."
Yeah, no drama. So
I think it depends also on your painting ability and how new you are at it, whether you're able to paint when you're talking or listening. But I was with a group, and I was doing a painting, and I loved the scene, and I was just doing a horrible job because I kept focusing on what this person just talking the whole time,
you
and I
couldn't
didn't want to
black
be
out.
rude and say anything, and so I just
Yeah,
didn't. But I really blew a painting because my mindset just couldn't get into it.
yeah, yeah. So basically, what I'm doing, I don't recommend you do this. No, I'm just kidding. No, I what I'm doing is I may go back in and put some underneath, but I'm not trying to paint every hair. What I'll do is um let me just see if I can improve
All right.
here, and then I'll show you. Okay, so
You softened it. What'd you do?
well, I put more flat, just a
Okay.
more flat. Okay, and so then what you want to do is, and then you're gonna pick out, like, so there's you see all these little strands, but
Yeah.
I have it like this. Okay, so what I would do then is I would, so I want to highlight something. So I'd have to have a lot of paint on it because I'm going to go back in. And that little portion there, I would put a little piece there.
Very subtle.
And you're still seeing a lot of activity,
Right.
but you're not seeing every strand. And that's kind of basically how you do it. But, like I might go back in here, because I'll say, oh, this needs to be darker, like in here, that needs to be darker.
Well, the softness that you have in your dark portraits and the sensitivity that they have, I think comes from that softness. And it's like painting people. You don't put in every wrinkle or every blemish.
Right.
Typically.
So like, what's fun about this is what I would do here is I would just put a whole bunch of different colors in. Like there's pinks, obviously there's pinks, and there's yellows, and there's oranges and blues. Like this is blue in here. So I might stick a little King's blue in there. Cause that's catching the light a little bit. And because if you tried to paint all of this, all these curls and stuff, you would make just a holy mess. So I might use a dark color to go back in to show a curl.
Okay. Hey, welcome to Asma Abdeldareem. I butchered it, from Aswan, Egypt, the south of Egypt. First time viewer, friend of Mustafa Mohamud.
Yeah, have you
Thank you,
heard from him?
Mustafa, for bringing him along. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I talk to him every day. He's on the chat every day.
Oh, really good. That's good. So for me, like, I think people they're afraid. So for me, I'm just putting paint down. I'm not afraid. If I don't do it right, I'll just.
All right, here's a big test. Let's find out if you're telling the truth.
Okay.
Do something really bold and wild and really erratic that is going to turn out to be a mistake, and then show us how you fix it.
Oh, jeez.
Ah, gee. Yeah, well, I want to see if you're actually going to be able to do this. You
Well,
say
I
you can
can,
do it.
I can do it. I have now.
Well,
I have to,
okay, then prove
all right,
it.
pick a spot. Pick a spot. What do you think?
You pick. I don't care where.
That I'm making a disaster.
Over the eye on the left, to the right eye, on the eye on the left, just do
This one?
something crazy. Yeah, take a
This
big
one.
streak
This
of
one.
take a big streak
Okay.
of pink. Pink. Pick out some pink and just throw a big streak down there.
How about
There
red?
you go. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't think that was bold enough, actually.
Okay.
Because I actually like that. So wait a minute. Let's see. How about orange?
All right. I've been told to shut up. People are asking me to stop talking.
Oh, are they really?
Yep.
Because they're so fascinated by what I'm doing?
Yep.
Oh, man, I love my fans. I'll tell you. I got the best fans.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, I didn't think that was a bad suggestion, actually, because it just proves the point that it doesn't really matter. Here, I'm going to take a little King's Blue. I'm just kind of going to neutralize this a little bit. Of course, now, if somebody comes in at an odd time and they're going to say, "Oh my God, she can't paint." Right?
Mm-hmm.
So talk about ruining reputations. It's you that's ruining my reputation.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
See, so I might leave that little spot of orange there. Right? That could actually be kind of a cool thing. And add some interest there.
Well,
So,
if you really wanted to push the light, his snout is really in
here.
pretty heavy light, golden light.
I know. Okay, but let's talk about light for a second. Okay, so you might not want to pick out every single light that's on here. So you might have to tone that down, actually, because it's all about making the painting read right.
Well, if you put a lot of darks around that area, all of a sudden that would stand out as much brighter. For instance, that area on the side of his shoulder or her shoulder. Yeah. Well, that whole area over there, if that were lighter, if that were darker, that would stand out more. Yeah.
I might throw like a little gray in there, neutralize it.
It makes that light stand out.
Yeah, but I haven't gotten to that light.
I know.
So here's So here, this proves the point that everybody can do this, right?
Yep.
Don't you think this proves the point that if the difference is I don't give up and I don't worry that it's not, I never worry. As long as I have paint on here.
Well, we worry about you.
Oh.
Hello, India. Our global family is together today. It's great.
Cool. I like that.
Wonder what kind of dogs they have as pets in India.
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, so now what we should do is we should go for a little more depth in here.
Hello, Italy. Vivica.
I'm dying to do this eye, but we're not here to do eyes, so okay.
Well, you can do it if you want to do it. You have my permission. Hello, New York City.
Just this dog has has the greatest eyes.
Well, you raised the issue. You have to do it now.
Well, what I have to do is what I have to do is make this read better. Okay.
They're begging on the comments. They're begging. Please do the eyes.
Oh, they are?
Yeah. Hello, Norway. Hello, Brazil.
All right, wait a minute. All right, because I'm focused on this. All right, wait a minute. Let me here. Wait a sec.
Do what you want to do. You don't have to do that. Oh, they're all asking more and more, begging for eyes. What was that? Hello, Netherlands. Okay. Everybody wants eyes.
Oh, all right. Okay. I could just be doing this all day. It's so much fun. Okay.
How many dogs do you have, Joanne?
Right now I only have 4.
Oh,
Sorry.
really? You're down to 4.
Yeah, I am.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I know.
That's recent.
Fairly recent. Yeah. But the 2 young ones I have are making up for the.
Oh, their energy is incredible.
Oh my God. Yeah. Welly. Okay. So this eye is darker than this eye. So, but it still has hazel in it. And I already put like a little bit in there, just, but I didn't develop it. So, so what I was doing was using like Viridian and yellow ochre and ultramarine blue.
Hello, Spain. Hola. Did I do that right? Remember, you guys, we're giving away a subscription to Plein Air Magazine, digital edition. You can win by leaving a comment either in the live broadcast or in the replay.
And
our guest today is Johanne Mangi, world famous dog painter, animal painter.
Animal painter. Hey, so tell everybody stay tuned for a big announcement tomorrow.
Stay tuned for a big announcement tomorrow. What on earth are you talking about?
I can't say. I can't say, but if they check in, you know, if they check in tomorrow, they will be the first to know. How's that?
Check in on my show or check in on your Facebook?
Well, I don't know. My Facebook for sure.
Huh.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So.
Hello, Pakistan.
All right. So you want to know what I'm doing here? I'm playing with the eye, and now I'm just going to darken it a little bit here. And I'm using Viridian and transparent oxide red, just to make that dark. And then I might put a little spot of ultramarine blue to make that darker. And then over here, I would use, I guess I'm going to use, normally I would not use transparent oxide red and Viridian, but that's what I need to do for here. Because it's dark, but it's not as dark. Okay, are you seeing something there? Do you have to get closer? Is that?
Yeah, we could see it. That's fine.
Okay. And then.
Hey, if you have a pet, if you're watching and you have a pet that you want to paint, just put something in the comments. I'm just curious how many of you are going to paint a pet after watching this?
Well, you know, the thing about this is I'm trying to show people that there's no sense, you know, because they want to do their own pet, and they should do their own pet. But you shouldn't be afraid, and don't get so hung up. Like, you know, I try to tell people, see, as I'm working here, I'm thinking that, okay, I've got this eye socket. So I'll try and create some form. That's me going. So I'm always interested in the drawing, but the drawing for me is all about, you know, how this reads, and can I make it interesting looking.
Right.
And so,
Hello, Germany, Deutschland, wie geht's? Willkommen, Andrea. How'd I do?
not bad.
Yeah.
Okay, so here. So I should just develop this area a little more.
So you're running down to about the 7-minute mark.
Okay. I am? Okay. So here's the thing, is that you have to put more paint on your brush in order to be able to drag the paint over what's underneath. So that's why, like in my workshops, I try and teach people how to handle paint. And I do that by using different mediums, like, for instance, pastel. But
do you use pastel oil sticks on your?
not oil pastels. We use oil sticks.
Yeah, I've been using oil sticks. They're kind of like crayons or pastels, but they're oil paint, and
Right.
you can get some really great marks with them.
Right, and it teaches people, you know, a lot. Here, let's.
Are you going to attend Pastel Live so you can learn?
Are you inviting me?
Well, yeah, if you give me your credit card, I'll be happy to invite you.
How did I know that was coming? Okay, so.
Well, you brought it up. You brought up pastel. Are you using oil-based or water-based oils?
No, oil-based.
Uh-huh.
I actually love, I don't know about you guys, but I'm starting to love where this is going. I feel like I could really make something of this.
It's beautiful already.
But, you know, that's the thing, is like, I'm not afraid of making a mess. And I think that people, you know, sometimes they're afraid of making that mess. And
well, we fall in love with a precious passage, and then you know, we like it so much we don't want to get in the way, but sometimes it gets in the way and you have to change it.
Yeah. So we need a little dark here, because that's where it curves in to the nose. And at this point, I'm just looking at value on my palette. I'm not too concerned about what I'm pulling up.
You are using oils, is that right? Or are you using water-based?
Yeah. No. I'm using.
Okay, so somebody thought that you were not using oils. You are using oils.
No,
okay.
no, I'm using oils. And then we got talking about something else. So.
And what brands do you use?
I am a art ambassador for Royal Talons, which was
Rembrandt.
Rembrandt, which was not a stretch, because I got that from Richard Schmid. And
Richard told me one of the reasons he used Rembrandt, first off, he loved it, but secondly, he used it because he could find it almost anywhere he traveled.
Yeah.
Because it was an international company. And of course, his go-to color was the transparent brown and the transparent red oxide that they make.
Exactly. And they were they were like the first company to make transparent oxide red. So I don't know if you knew that.
That's great
Did you know
underpainting.
that?
I did not know that, but I assumed that because nobody else had it.
Right. Don't you think that's looking good?
It's looking great.
Yeah. See, so, you know, and we were having some disasters, but I'm not going to pick, I might, like if I were going back in to finish this, I might put more thicker patches, like right here. Like I might put, let's see.
Hope you guys are enjoying this. If you like it, share it, heart it, thumbs up, whatever you like. It helps us, helps Joanne.
See,
helps your friends know about
see
it.
how I put a stroke down, and I might like a thicker stroke, and it helps pull out those other little pieces that shows that there's, you know, a lot going on in this coat. But that's basically it. I'm back and forth. And I, you know, I can go over paint. I'm not afraid of going over paint and maybe not getting it. Even if I pick up, sometimes I want to pick up underneath. Like there, I want to pick up, you know.
Hey, hello, Lisbon, Portugal. You got a big wide audience today.
Oh, good.
You're such a rock star that you're just pulling them in from everywhere.
I know you know that. I just sometimes have to remind you.
You have no confidence issues, do you?
No. No. And I tell people, like, you know, my I had more confidence than ability. My ability had to catch up to my confidence.
I have that problem.
And you know, and my husband will say, "Oh, everybody loves you," and I say, "Oh no, not everybody, honey," because you know, the curse is that, you know, you can annoy people. So I try not to annoy people, but it's going to happen. And you know what? I'm at an age that it's like, I'm so sorry, but I have to do what I have to do. Right.
Yeah. So is that like
Wait
a
a minute,
9x12 canvas? Somebody's asking.
This is a Centurion panel because I didn't know how it was going to go. Wait, can I do that eye and then we could call it a day?
Yeah, we can do that. Sure.
Okay, because this eye is catching light. So let's see what I would do with that. Okay.
All right.
So I got Viridian and maybe a tad of ultramarine blue, and then I'm maybe going to throw a teensy bit of white.
Somebody is asking, can you explain the difference of oxide oil paints versus non-oxide? Well, I assume that means they're made with oxide or iron.
Earth colors. They're earth colors. Oxide, that's earth.
Well, a lot of colors are earth colors that are not oxide, though.
Well, they're asking about oxide.
I know, but I think, isn't oxide a derivative of, somebody knows, somebody's watching and knows. I was thinking it was a derivative of iron. Like when you're in the iron mining areas, the dirt is especially got a lot of iron in it. I have no idea. That's a great question. You have stumped us.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, I'm pretty used to that.
Oh. Okay, so now what I'm doing is I took
Somebody
a little.
says it's iron.
Yeah. See, somebody's smart out there. I took a little yellow ochre with the Viridian mix that I had and put a little white and then put that in, and then we'll just get this going.
All right, here's the answer. The transparent oxide colors are super transparent. They are made of iron. but they are valuable as underpainting because they are transparent, so they don't muddy your overpainting quickly. All right, Jeff, thank you for that.
Jeff who?
Jack Eichholf in the
Hey,
Netherlands.
Jeff. Jeff.
So they make smart people in the Netherlands.
Yep.
And oxide means it's oxidized or rusted iron. All right, Linda.
I might see Jeff in Seattle.
All right. Iron oxide is rust. Al. Thank you, Al. Somebody said, ask Jeff from Royal Talons. He would know. Yes, he would.
Jeff knows everything.
You will post this when you're
will?
finished.
I will?
Yes, you will.
Oh, so I have to finish this?
Yes, you do.
Oh, my God. I don't have...
Come on. Quit complaining.
Oh,
I gave you an extra 20 minutes.
Yeah, well, you know why? I'll tell you why. The reason you gave me an extra 20 minutes is because you owe me.
Well,
oh my
being
God.
in debt to Joanne is kind of like being in debt to the mafia.
Yeah,
there's
exactly.
never an end. You are owned forever.
Exactly. Exactly. All right, you liking that? It's coming, right?
Yep. All right, hurry up.
Okay.
These poor people have been sitting here tolerating us for almost a full hour.
Well, you know, this is the best part.
Yep.
Yeah, just needs it needs a little, but it's okay. A little more green there, I think. All right, well, I might have to work on that. But
it looks great. How about a thumbs up and applause for Johanne Mangi? Not only did you get furs, but you got eyes.
Yeah, you got eyes. That's what they. You don't have to ask me twice to do eyes. I like doing eyes.
Yeah. Do you ever do any human portraits?
Oh, of course I do.
Do you put fur on humans?
Well, they have hair.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
I think that you should do my portrait and I'll wear a fur coat. Like an Eskimo.
Fun? That actually would be fun.
An Eskimo coat. What color did you use for the pupil? Somebody's asking. I think you said Viridian with yellow and maple yellow and white.
Well, the pupil was mostly Viridian and transparent oxide red. And then I just threw a dab of ultramarine blue.
All right.
Okay. I guess I could
come back on camera. Well, first off, take your camera and get real close to that painting so everybody can see it, and then come back on. Ooh, oh wait, hold it still. Look at that. Look at that. Wow. Thumbs up and applause. Spectacular.
There's still glare. Wait, there's glare.
No, you're doing great. You're fine. That looks great.
Okay, so
boy, those eyes look three-dimensional.
Can I come back on? Or no,
yeah, come back on.
Interested in me. They want the painting.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Yeah. But good. You know, oops. I'm actually glad that I lost you. Wait a minute.
Well, at least we get to see your studio floor.
Yeah, wait a minute. Wait a sec.
I'm getting seasick.
Wait a minute. Wait, I have to.
We're losing audience, Joanne. We're losing them. They're leaving us.
Oh, my God.
Well, Joanne is getting her camera. Oh, there she is.
I'm here. Okay, wait a minute. You can say goodbye to me. Wait a minute. Say goodbye.
Did a great job.
Oh, wait. I have to. Wait a minute. Don't go anywhere. Wait.
While you're adjusting that,
okay,
Joanne's dog portrait video is at streamline.art. Just go there and search dog portraits or Johanne Mangi. Streamline.art. You can see her horse portraits there too. And here she is. Nice job, Joanne.
Yeah, well, you never know. They always end up really good. I can say that.
Well, I think it looks great. For those of us who who don't realize the difference, you look like you did a great job.
Oh, great. Well, I want to just encourage people is what, you know, I don't think I persevere. That's the difference. And I always in my head know it's going to be beautiful, no matter what it looks like at the moment. I know ultimately it will be beautiful. And that's what everybody should think about when they paint.
That's right. You have to have belief.
Yeah.
Well, Johanne Mangi, where can people find you and learn about your big announcement tomorrow?
Oh, well, definitely on Facebook. On Instagram at Mangi Johanne. Facebook is just my name, and my website is johannemangi.com. So I'll probably have it on there too. But Facebook for sure, and Instagram will be kind of instant. So as soon as it's out in the public, I'll jump on it and let everybody know, because it's really big. It's big, 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 big.
Big, 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 big. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Big, 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 big. Well, you'll
Hey,
tell
Eric,
me. You'll tell me when we get off air. Well,
Yeah.
Johanne, thank you so much for being on here today. And sorry about the mess up in the beginning, but hey, we got you on, and that's what matters.
That's absolutely right. And it was good seeing you, even
Nice
though
to
it took
see
you
you.
long enough.
Don't go away. I'll talk to you after we get
Okay.
off the air. Our guest today was Johanne Mangi, and you can find her dog painting portrait video at streamline.art. I'm Eric Rhodes. I want to remind you guys to subscribe and follow on YouTube. Hit the subscribe button and hit the little bell. And on Instagram, just put in Eric Rhodes and hit the follow button. I hit 11,000 yesterday. Now we got to hit 12, and we'll just take it 1,000 at a time, but I'd appreciate the follow. And we are here every weekday at 12 noon. It is Art School Live. And I'm Eric Rhodes, publisher of Fine Art Connoisseur and Plein Air Magazine. Thank you for being here today. Tomorrow we have the great Susan Nicholas Gebhardt, pastel painter. And she was up here in the Adirondacks 3 weeks ago when we had our big Adirondack retreat. I don't know if she's coming back to the one in the fall or not, but it's nice to have her here and to get to know her. And she's really become a good friend. And so you'll see her tomorrow. And again, thank you for being here today. Take care and make sure to leave a comment to win a prize. Remember, in the replay, you can still win. We'll announce the winner tomorrow.